Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to the Stain and Seal Show. I appreciate you watching this clip. I think you're gonna love it. Here it goes.
But here you go. Here's those cracks we're talking about. Notice these cracks right here in the house. Those are big. They're bigger than a 1/4 inch. We got to do something about those. What you're going to do is you're going to tape all these cracks off. You're going to tape them above and below. You're going to leave a 1/4 inch, an 1/8 of an inch, about an 1/8 of an inch on either side of the crack so that the caulking can roll over the edge and get a good surface to bite to. We've got to bite, and you got to do that. Here's the guys taping some cracks, and this is what that's going to look like. So as you can see, we're getting these cracks, and Cody's running a rod in there. You can't see the rod, but he's doing it. We're taping these cracks, and that's what that looks like. And you want to leave, like I said, 1/16 of an inch. There's Joey making a wild face, but just like what he's done here, he's left just a little bit of room, on each side of the crack, above and below, so that when we get this thing filled, there's something for that caulk to bite onto. But basically, when you fill these cracks, first thing you got to do is you got to put a foam rod in, and you got to get it all the way in, so that there's at least a 1/4 inch of depth in front of the rod, so that you have enough room for caulk to go in there. And these rods are put there. I'm sure there's an insulating factor to them because they are like an insulation, but mainly these are to prevent you using way too much caulking. And so you can put these in with different tools. You can put them in with your finger, with a putty knife, with a 5-way tool, and they do make some tools specifically for sticking them in there, but I can use the back of a pocket knife or whatever. Once you get everything rodded, and again, I'll show you some more rods going in. There's some more rod hanging down, and you get those all stuffed in there. Now it's time to start the caulking process. And so caulking basically is pretty straightforward. Looks like some tape's falling off or something, but fill in that crack. He's using a big textured caulk out of a big caulk gun. That's a 30-ounce tube. I'm sure they probably even make a tool that has like an unending supply of caulking. But you can fill the cracks in with caulk. And when you're finished with that, it doesn't necessarily have to be beautiful, because I was concerned about that. Hey, how am I going to get this beautiful? Once you get the caulking in the crack, you're going to go around with a spoon, and you're going to, it's called a caulk spoon. Once you get it done, you're going to smooth it all out. You're going to make it beautiful. You're going to smooth it all out, remove any excess, and make it really nice. And it's a nice dip. You know, you got your log, you got the big crack. You want a nice little dip there, and so it looks nice and smooth. Let's see. Once you get all that done, you can pull the tape down. Here is a picture of all the tape pulled down, and we can look at these cracks here. Now these logs were buffed after this to remove any debris on the outside of the outside of the crack. So this is before sanding and buffing, but this is what that crack's going to look like. This is a sandable caulk. So a stainable caulk. So you can stain this stuff. It's going to look better. Here's some more cracks. And again, notice how these cracks that go all the way to the end of the log, we got to fill them, because this log is notched right here so that the trim can go on it. And it looks like that's the end of the log to most people, but it's not. There's a notch there, and that log goes all the way to the inside of the house. So if that's a deep enough crack, it can actually come out on the back side of the window inside the home, letting out hot air, letting in cold air, and then also letting in water. If you wash the house, if it rains, if the wind blows water in sideways, you can get those issues.
My name's Caleb Roth. I'm the founder of Stain and Seal Experts, Nashville's professional wood care contractor, and we love sharing our tips and tricks with you that we've learned along the way. So please stay tuned and subscribe if you like what we're doing.